Yes, now we have our lead drummer. We call him the master. This is Did you all understand that? His name is Janari. Then we have my big brother right here, another lead drummer. Been with me from primary school up at Elizabeth Pemberton. Very, very good drummer. So this is Saheem. Now we have the female. Can't leave out the female. Female energy. Play something for me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ali. Now, yo, take it down for me, please. Very softly. Yo. Now, this is very special. We have amongst us today my mentor, my brethren, the man who fixes all our drums. I mean, everything to us. This is the gentleman that is responsible for Black Circle's drummers. His name is Mr. Alsted Suti Byron. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking and hearing to a living icon of culture and of Culturama. And we salute him with the most and highly most respect for all of the work and effort he has done for us today. So your brothers, can you please give him a roll for me, please? Mr. Byron said, the drum, the drum, the drum, the pulsating African drum.
Beat the drum.
Beat the drum.
Beat the drum. The drum, the drum, the drum, the pulsating African drum. The drum, the drum, the drum, the pulsating African drum. Beat the drum. Beat the drum.
Thank you very much, Ras Bingi and the Black Circle Drummers. Can we give them another round of applause, please? They were wonderful as always. Ladies and gentlemen, our feature activity today would be the husking of coconuts and, of course, hose. Yeah. Of course, if you want to take part, you can indicate such with any member of the team, they are sitting under the yellow and white tent to my left, so you can do that. We have a number of poets that would come and recite, but I would just like to say a special hail up to the reigning junior Calypso monarch, Mighty Zen. She won last night. Let's give her a round of applause. We had Star. She placed first runner-up, I'm sorry. Second runner-up was Prince Sky, and the third runner-up was Naya Dan. Let's give all of the junior Calypsonians and those who place a rousing round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. They did really well. Calypso looks good in Nevis with our juniors who did a magnificent job last night. I'd also like to shout out former Senior Calypso King, King Astro. Good afternoon. And of course, I want to shout out former Culturama Chairman, Halstead Byron. Special good afternoon to you, sir. He was on the drums moments ago. We say special good afternoon. He would have done so much for Culturama and continue to do so much for culture on the island of Nevis. Can we give all of them a round of applause, please? Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on, and we are going into the heart and the meat of the matter, poetry. And I'm now going to call to open the baton a young lady that goes by the name of Amethyst Walwyn. We'd like to invite her, please, to come and open the baton for us this afternoon. Can we give her a round of applause as she comes, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. I have here with me a book of poems that I have written and published since 2002. But I'm going to read one of them that I think would benefit each and every one of us here today, put us in the right mood. And it's entitled, The Optimist. A pessimist I must not be. The optimist you must always see. Life is great. I cannot hate. If I can't see the bright side, I'll just polish the dull side. It's never too late to find the right mate. Each day glows bright. Everything will be all right. Each new word you learn increases what you earn. A toxic person I will never be. A happy friend you'll find in me. It is my daily business to practice act of kindness with such finesse. I'm just an optimist who faces life with a kiss.
Thank you, Ms. Walwyn. Can we give another round of applause? I believe that I am an optimist. I don't know about you. So we thank her and we applaud her, and we are moving along, ladies and gentlemen. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, the pleasure is mine to call to the podium a young man who would have eased your heart, would have made you move and dance. A man who first crowned early 2000, might have been 2002, with Thunder. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome to the podium the King Astro to recite to us, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, can the owner or the driver of PB 266 please remove your vehicle? You are blocking someone who needs to go to the hospital urgently. Once again, PB 266, can you kindly remove your vehicle? It's an emergency. Someone needs to go to the hospital ASP. Thank you very much. King Astro, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon. Today I'm going to make an attempt. Faces from different places, painted faces, hot and sweaty bodies, sharing embraces, embraces. It's an ejaculation of joy, love, and happiness, cleansing our hearts of all the evil and hatefulness. The relief is orgasmic, it comes automatic, and you feel in the feeling, touching the ceiling, screaming and shouting on cloud nine, enjoying the chorus line. When you see how people express themselves in the Juve, when they come to play mass on Juve, watch them jump and prance and bounce around and breakaway, drinking beers and rum, so much fun can done. In the burning sun, they're just having fun, the pressure gone down, leaving all the stress and frustrations on the ground, with a glow and powder wet down with water all around. Like a Juve baptism in the spirit of culture, women with curvy, sexy bodies, whining and burning up calories. It's a big jam session by the Treasury Junction, thousands of feet again and again, jamming to the chorus line. That's one. And then one more little piece entitled Culturama Not Dead. Culturama not dead, so get that out of your head. Though some discourage others from entering the shows, and you, a young King Astro, stop singing Calypso, it may feel so for you today, but Culturama still alive and kicking anyway. Look how much people gathering here, enjoying poets in the square. So how you dare say Culturama dead? That is just the noise the tractors spread. Culturama not dead, man, stop being misled. Just the other day, the village was alive and bright as Delhi and the soca stars brought serious heat deep into the night. And them sassy girls and cool fellas too brought rain to cool down the complex through and through. Still the crowd stay strong, the rhythm spread, so stop spreading that negative thread. Them little ones on Sunday evening had the Nevis complex buzzing, full of poise and full of confidence, so Culturama not dead. Stop that nonsense. The steel pan was with sweet melodies, treat with ears with musical delicacies. Them harmonies ringing rich and lively, proof that Culturama is alive and mighty. So I want to thank Michelle D for inviting me to share this little message with everybody and let it resonate in each and every brain. Culturama not dead, so stop that refrain. Instead, let us all sing one song, collectively, Culturama alive and strong. Singing in unison, confident and loud. Culturama not dead, it's alive and proud. So from village to town, Culturama standing tall. Big drums, kaiso, soca answering the call. Parades, pageant, poetry, food and song, all proving Nevis Culturama spirit, powerful and strong. Rooted in heritage and proud and true. It's beating in me, it's beating in you. The soul of Nevis will always spread, so stop that talk. Culturama not dead. Thank you.
Is Culturama dead? Is Culturama dead? Culturama not dead. Give the king another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to tell you a secret. As much as he said that he's going to be in the peeping troop, I can say that he misspoke because he is a part of Culturama. He just took part in Poets in the Square. So he's doing his part, even though not on the big stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing, and I'm going to invite a young man to the podium, a young man who journeyed all the way from the UK just to be with us today, to be a part of Poets in the Square 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome Keith to come and recite for us, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, thank you. This poem is called Chaos. The world is in a chaotic state as nations race to arm themselves against the threat of aggression. The result of this race is human destruction. Disastrous will always be the results of man's chaotic desire for power. History holds the key. Just look and see. The pictures it has painted, tainted by the blood of the victims. The end seems to be nowhere near, for as long as man is consumed by fear, chaotic this world will remain. No one cares to complain, knowing not who to blame. But the time is drawing nigh. Acid rains fall from the sky. Then we'll start to investigate the causes of this chaotic state. But then it will be too late, for the things that we have created has been for our own detriment. Too late to repent, for the karmic laws have taken its course, and from true justice we can't divorce. However, there is time for change. This chaotic world can be rearranged to a state almost like paradise, where men live by virtue and not by vice. This virtuous life is what we should practice, moving away from chaos and injustice. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Keith, who came all the way from the UK to be with us. And he have just said to me, I have more. Did you like it? Did you like it? Well, just say it loud and clear, and Michelle would slot him in some other day. Do you like him? Great. So, Michelle, you heard. We are going to move on, ladies and gentlemen. And at this point in time, I'm going to call to the microphone Mr. P. Alistair Rollins to come and recite to us, ladies and gentlemen. As you come, ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you that tomorrow, well, this evening, we have the Culturama Bingo in the Cultural Village. And in the evening, you journey to Nipak. There's a wonderful event happening there. We're asking to go out and to support them, support Culturama as Mr. Rollins comes.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. My poem today is called The Would Have Epidemic. There's a grammatical epidemic invading our land. Indeed, I dare say, the whole Caribbean. And the people who seem most at risk for contamination are our beloved, hardworking politicians. This epidemic trivializes their efforts and negates their accomplishments because it refuses to allow them to use the English language for self-acclamation. They have never completed a project. They have never been on a trip. Constituents are seldom, if at all, visited because of this particular ailment. So it is said, we would have completed a road, but no reason is advanced for why the effort was not fruitful. Or, I would have traveled to an OECS meeting. So why didn't you? No answer forthcoming. To cure this disease, we need a vaccine called simple past tense. I completed the assignment. Done. I went to a CARICOM gathering, a bin, We held a town hall meeting. Accomplished. No would-haves. Please, my people, get vaccinated. No need for hesitancy. There is no harm in the common past tense. Forget all about what you would have done, and let us celebrate all that have been accomplished. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for P. Alistair Rollins. I do not want to say that he's done, because I believe that he may come back a little later in the week. But let's give him another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call to the microphone a young lady from Gingerland, a young lady who shared with us earlier in the week, a young lady that we all love. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome to the podium Miss Denise Walters to come and recite for us, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, everyone. My poem today is entitled, Save We Culturama. Culturama, don't left we. Don't fade we so. You're bigger than a stage, bigger than a jump up, bigger than any fete. Yes, is we history, we roots, we soul. This not just about winding in the streets or who got the biggest troop. This is the sound of the fife and the big drum, the folklore, the string band, and the steel pan. The stories all people pass down. Something definitely gone wrong. We all could see that. But Culturama bigger than any one person, bigger than the young generation. One set of hands can't carry this festival. It take all away. Nevisians wake up. We can't sit down and watch Culturama slip through our fingers. Then turn around and make Mango Festival the #1 line for the summer. Mango sweet, yes, but Mango Fest can't replace we culture. Bring back the culture in Culturama. Bring back the village pride. Bring back the folklore performances. Bring back the traditions that make people know who we be, the drama, the food and coals, the hot stone oven bread, and the good Culturama vibes. Stop waiting upon somebody else. This not belong to government alone. This not belong to committee alone. This not belong to he nor she. This belong to every division, not the kitchens. If we love this 36 square miles like we say we do, then let we show it for true. Let we save we Culturama. Let we build it back stronger. Let we pass it on to the next generation so they could know what it means to be a true Nevisian. Because if we not save it, who will? Cabo? Save we Culturama. Bring back the culture in Culturama. This is we festival. This is we identity. This is Abby responsibility. Thank you.
I know I was right, ladies and gentlemen, when I said that we all love her. Let's give her another round of applause. And as she rightfully said, if it is not us who is going to save Culturama, then who? We cannot turn to Cabo. He has long gone. He would have done a wonderful job back then, and it's left for us now to build on that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say to all of us who are gathered here this afternoon, and to all of us who are viewing online, Culturama is you. Culturama is me. Culturama is us. Let's make Culturama great. Let us stop sitting down and criticizing, because if we do, we are criticizing ourselves, and sometimes we do not understand that. So please, let us celebrate and have clean fun. Ladies and gentlemen, we must move on. At this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, the pleasure is mine to introduce to you a young lady from Charlestown, but one who prefers Gingerland. Ladies and gentlemen, she's going to come to recite for us. She goes by the name of Mrs. Shanice Liebert. Can we welcome her to the podium, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. I will be reciting two of my original pieces. The first one is entitled My Little Nevis. 36 square miles, yet bigger than dreams. The Queen of the Caribbean, or so she truly seems. You can search the whole wide world from mountain to the sea, but nowhere feels quite like my little Nevis to me. Our people are warm, our smiles are sincere, our culture and heritage grow stronger every year. And if you think I'm exaggerating, just ask Miko. He'll tell you twice. He sang it for the whole world to hear, my Nevis nice. So I'll wear my flag with pride, wherever life may lead this soul, because my little Nevis will always make me hold. The second poem is entitled W.D.40. W.D.40. From February straight down to May, my waist lock up. No movement, no warning, no evidence of life. People asking me, Asia, you ain't dancing this year? I tell them, leave me alone. My waist gone into hibernation. But here now, the calendar flip, music start calling, the flag start waving, and suddenly, pass me the WD-40. Oil up the hinges, loosen the joints, free up the waist, because Culturama is waiting. This ain't no ordinary season. This is the one time when Caribbean bodies remember exactly what it was built to do. Wind left, wind right, roll it slow, bring it back, dip, catch it, but bring it back, catch it, and don't let it fall. If my waist squeaking, don't laugh. Just give me another round. Because from February to May, it was rest mode. Now it's festival mode. No chiropractor, no mechanic, no chiropractor, no mechanic, no physiotherapist. Just one sweet jam. And somehow everything starts working again. The ancestors smiling, the drums talking, and the iron ringing. The whole village will be moving. And if you see me on the road, don't ask me if I'm tired. This waist has one assignment: to represent Nevis, to represent culture, to represent Culturama. So DJ, turn the music louder. Band, beat the drums harder. And somebody keep the WD-40 close by. Because once this waist gets started, it ain't locking back up until the last truck leave the road, the last song fades, and Culturama done. Until next year, while my waist quietly returns to hibernation, waiting for another spray, another rhythm, another reason to free itself again. I thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mrs. Liebert. Some of us, like myself, may not want another spray. I may want another pray. Pray. WD-40. WD-40, I believe, based on the content of her poem, means wind down 40 times. Let's give Shanice another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't she awesome? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call to you, I'm going to call to the podium, a young man that needs no introduction, really. A young man who we have loved and still love over the years. A young man back in the early 90s would have sang Calypso. He would have never won the crown, but many believe and call him the uncrowned king. He sang songs like Aid, we don't want AIDS, is aid we want to build our country. He would have sung many other classical songs. Ladies and gentlemen, he was the head of Culturama for many, many, many years. Ladies and gentlemen, he's still contributing to Culturama, as is evident by me introducing him to be part of Poets in the Square. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome to the podium Antonio Abernathy Liebert, ladies and gentlemen, to recite for us, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon. Roger made one mistake when he said young man. I am no longer a young man. I'm an old man. But anyway, Roger, thanks for that introduction. This afternoon, I will be reciting a poem that was written by my wife, Shanice Richardson Liebert. She was here just before me, and she gave us 2 poems, and I must say that she is a very hard act to follow. However, I will try my best to do justice to this poem that she wrote for me today. The poem is entitled The Art of Culture. Culture is more than a dance or a song. It's the place where our hearts have belonged. It's the stories whispered by elders of old, the treasures that time could never withhold. It's the beat of the drum beneath open skies, the pride in our voices, the hope in our eyes. It's laughter at festivals, colors that shine, a reminder that your story and mine intertwine. It's recipes passed on. It's recipes passed from one hand to another. A village that learns to care for each other. It's language and faith. It's courage and grace. It's history no storm could ever erase. Culture is woven in every embrace, in every smile
upon every face. Though seasons may change and generations grow, its roots run deeper than many may know. So honor the past, let tomorrow begin, with pride in the heritage carried within. For when we protect the gifts we have been given, the art of culture keeps our spirit living. I thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can do better than that for Abonati. Abonati sound like a Rasta man name, innit? Are you a Rasta, Antonio? You're a Rasta. You cut your locks, but you're growing your beard. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him another round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the part of Poets in the Square where we have the impromptu competition. We are asking all to participate. The topic is breadfruit memories. Breadfruit memories. If you don't have any memories of breadfruit, pretend that your favorite dish, maybe bread nut, you could write about it, or yam or cassava, but put it in as breadfruit. We got it? So you can indicate by raising your hands, and members of the committee would come around and give you a piece of paper and a writing instrument for you to write your poem. You would get 5 minutes to compose your poem. Your poem should be between 5 and 8 lines, no less than 5 lines. We also are seeking judges. If you are interested in being a judge, please also indicate by raising your hands, and a piece of paper and a writing instrument would find you somehow. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say again, this evening we ask you to go out to and support the bingo, Culturama bingo at the Cultural Village, and then you can go to NEPAC. There's a production that will take place there later this evening. We ask you to support. Tomorrow, Thursday, at the Cultural Complex, we have the Groovy and Power Soca Monarch competitions, 2 in 1. We're asking you to go out and support the guys. Defending in this Groovy Soca is Adwa, and defending in the Power Soca competition is father and son, Ras and Rocco Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, Friday is a big tumble-down bacchanal at the Nevis Cultural Complex, where 7 Calypsonians would be going up against the history-making monarch, Queen Empress. She would have won for the first time last year, and of course, she is the first female who has won the crown. So it's going to be real bacchanal. We have youth, 2 youngsters in the persons of Lady Nevia competing on the stage, senior stage for the very first time, and Bonita competing for the first time in senior competition. We have veterans like Buffalo Soldier, that's Nuts if you didn't know. We have This and That. We also have Hollywood. We have, a little mixture in terms of persons who would have been there just for a couple of years in Cairo. We also have Cider. I think that's 7, right? So 7 will be coming up against Queen Empress. It promises to be a wonderful show, and we want you to be a part of it. So please go out and support. On Saturday, we have the all-day art and craft food fair at the Malcolm Gishard Recreational Park, starting just around 6 a.m. and going way into the night. In the night, the action moves to the to the Cultural Complex for the 5 in 1 Fete. And Sunday, we have the Queen Show, Culture Queen Show. 5 beautiful ladies would be taking part. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try to find something that I can read for you. Once I find it, I'll try to read it. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, after the impromptu competition, we are having the huxing of coconuts. Please, we are asking you to take part. We are looking for at least 5 competitors. We are looking for at least 5 competitors. So we are having the impromptu contest. We are giving out the papers. And then after that, we'll be going into the huxing of coconuts. So that is what we are having here at Poets in the Square. So, are there any visitors, anyone visiting for the very first time? Visiting Nevis for the very first time? Are there anyone who is attending Poets in the Square for the very first time? I'm seeing a hand in the back. First time to Poets in the Square, sir, or first time to Nevis? Or both? First time to Poets in the Square? We welcome you, sir. Welcome, happy to have you. Puchi Aibal, you were on stage on Monday, if I can recall correctly. So how can you now tell me that this is the first time at Poets in the Square? We want to say a very special thank you to NNC for being here from the onset to bring you who cannot make it here, live and lively Poets in the Square. Now I have found what I'm looking for. It's entitled A Prayer of Gratitude. It goes like this. We wake up, we go about our business, selfishly and greedily, like we hold our destiny. Some have it as a right and a must to do whatever they please, forgetting that there's a God, until they find themselves with their backs to the wall. Then they fall to the knees. You get the job you deserve. You get the job you deserve, making big money. Your head gets swell, forgetting where you come from. You push the ghetto man in the well, forgetting that you once catch hell. Now you're under AC, the poor man can't see. They're moving like them self-important. They never listen to the poor man's plea. But I say it's time to bruise your knees. Sink its Nevis. Let us not be ungrateful to our Creator, God Almighty. He deserves all our praise. Why? 47 left for Nevis on a boat, filled with joy and glee. 5 minutes after what was supposed to be a normal 45 minutes ride turned into chaos and disaster. Thanks to all the good Samaritan, but most importantly to God Almighty for sparing all lives on that dreadful morn. Thank you. Has 5 minutes lapsed? Yes? Timer? 2 more minutes? Let me see what can I do in 2 minutes. Let me see what I can find for you in 2 minutes. Just give me 1 second.
Please no speeding on the road. Please no speeding on the road. Please no speeding on the road.
Skyro, he's one of the finalists. Sang this song last year, and he did a wonderful job.
one time, stop my clock, hear my cry. People stop the speeding, no speeding please. Nations cry, shattered on knees. It happened so fast, couldn't catch my breath. Style and drift set me straight to death. I'm floating through shadow cold and wide, wishing I could be by mama's side. She calling my name like I with her. Mama, your boy buried under. Your voice just there, echo in the air. Sorry I can't come back nowhere near. People stop the speed, no speeding please. One bad choice, your whole life sees. The ones who you love, you're left to grieve. Hear my voice, take my plea. Please stop the speeding. No speeding on the road. Please stop the speeding. No speeding on the road. For the lives that might be your own. Reckless driving you can condone. Use your blinkers when you turn. One-way road, no U-turns. You must obey the laws that are set. HMPS cries of regret. Take my warning as no joke. Don't fear to be cast upon. Please no speeding on the road. 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 Madam Badai, my family dressed black and white, tears falling down, living a plight. Huge vigil, candle in hand, wishing I could rise. I'm a dead man. My best friend stand by the graveside wall, leaning on guilt, can't speak at all. He drives fast too, say it could have been he, but still pressing gas like he had done me. My little niece asks where Uncle go, but nobody brave to let you know. She touched my face, smile so wide, I never coming back to watch her side. People stop the speeding, no speeding please. One bad choice, your whole life sees. The ones who you love, you're left to grieve. Hear my voice, take my plea. Please stop the speeding, no speeding on the road. Stop the speeding, no speeding on the road. For the lives that might be your own. Reckless driving you can condone. Use your blinkers when you turn.
Yeah, sounds of one of my favorite calypsos from last year.
You must obey the.
His name is Cairo.
HMP has cries of regret. Take my warning as.
Name of the song, No Speeding on the Road.
To because of hope. Please no speeding on the road. Please no speeding on the road. Please no speeding on the road. Please no speeding on the road.
Calypso, Calypso. That's the man Cairo. And of course, that's the man DJ Woodis. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go straight into our impromptu contest, but I must let you know who the contestants are. We have Avril, Vanessa, and Shanice. Our judges for today, head judge Dawn. We also have Denise and Carl. Ladies and gentlemen, again, the topic is breadfruit memories. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to call on Vanessa, someone to read Vanessa's poem. Miss Sadler, it appears as if she's going to read. Let's give her a round of applause.
Breadfruit Memories by Vanessa Tavares. Breadfruit was once considered a poor man's dish, but for the taste of a breadfruit is now only a wish. breadfruit cake, breadfruit chips, breadfruit smoothies, roasted breadfruits, monkeys playing catch with the breadfruit, people even falling from the breadfruit tree, trying to get a taste of the breadfruit and Nevis legacy.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Tamish and Vanessa. Vanessa is one who participates each year, and we must thank her for her piece. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to call on Shanice to come and recite for us. Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as she comes.
Breadfruit memories. My memories of breadfruit started since I grew up in Hanley's Road. Memories that I cannot fail to hold. I was blessed with grandmothers who taught me the recipes. Roast and fry, I prefer, please. Sometimes I pick them too much to hold. Then I remember my neighbor Mary always want to. That my breadfruit memories, what about you?
I'm wondering if that is just a poem or if there's any truth to it. And if there's truth to it, I learned something that she grew up in Hanley's Road. Let's give her another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our final contestant. Ladies and gentlemen, I really do not want to say what's on the paper. I prefer to say Teacher Williams. Let's welcome Teacher to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. Breadfruit memories. Breadfruit memories have never gone from my mind because I was consumed in them for a very long time. I've carried them breadfruit on my head. I've carried them breadfruit in my big bags too. They were the sweetest things then. No pies and them kind of fancy thing. But from a pot of soup, we eat and then we happily sing. Thank you.
Thank you, Teacher Avril. Let's give her another round of applause, please. And a fun fact, that's the young lady who wrote the school song for the Joycelyn Liebert Primary School. Let's give her another round of applause. So the judges, they are now finalizing their scores. And of course, they would be handing in their score sheet as soon as they would have completed their task. As like yesterday, a poem was sent to me earlier entitled Breadfruit Memories. This is not a part of the competition, I might add. It reads, big green leaves shading all the yard, laughing real hard when the times were hard. Old talk spinning by the wood fire blaze, dreaming both them sweet old long time days. Yellow heart roasting crisps, and hot. Best lime running by the coal pot spot. Slice off the skin, pass the saltfish around. Sweetest memories ever to be found. That's it. Wait, the results are in? Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the results in my hand. And of course, after this, we go straight into the huxing of coconuts. please. We have someone would win a ticket for the impromptu contest and would win a ticket for the hoxing of coconut. Ladies and gentlemen, let me read. This was keenly contested. Out of 3 participants, the winner would have won by 0.5 points. Between the winner and the 3rd place, 3.5 points. The scores are as follows. 3rd position, 20.5 points. 2nd position, 23.5 points. The winner this afternoon score 24 points. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together and help me keep the hands going, keep the applause going for my teacher, the young lady that wrote the Joycelyn Liebert Primary School song. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Teacher Avril, who is our winner for today's competition. Please come, teacher, and you will, as a custom, the winner would recite their poem. And I know, yes, come, teacher. You have thrown it away? And I know that you ain't going to the shows. And I have said all week, if you win a ticket and you do not want it for some reason or the other, there's a young man by the name of Roger. Just say Roger. And he would come and he would collect it. Teacher Avril, please.
Breadfruit memories. Breadfruit memories have never gone from my mind because I was consumed in them for a very long time. I've carried them breadfruit on my head. I've carried them breadfruit in my big bags too. They were the sweetest things then. No pies and them kind of fancy thing, but from a pot of soup, we ate and then we happily sing. Thank you. And what's the gift? Let me see.
And our chair, you can just step down, teacher. Our chair, Miss Deshawn Michelle Liebert Rollins, is going to hand over the ticket as a formality to Teacher Avril. Yeah, she's going to turn around. She's having a conversation. And let's give her a round of applause. Yes. Our first winner for day 3, Teacher Avril Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move straight into the hoxing of coconuts. Please, any 5, it can be females. It could be males, it could be all females, it could be all males, it doesn't matter. Good afternoon, Mrs. Liebert. How are you doing? Welcome back. Let's put them here. I think we have more space here. We have more space here, right? In front here? Yes. And the audience is seated already. So let's put them right in front here, please. Let's put them up here. Mr. Number 1 Barbecue Man. No, let's put them up there. Right here good? Okay. Right here good, right here good. Yeah, right here good. You can pick it up, cameraman, yeah? Yeah, we're gonna have our activity right here. 2 coconuts would be assigned per participant. I'd like to say a special good afternoon to Her Honor, Deputy Governor General. Good afternoon, ma'am. Nice to see you as always. You're looking so multitudinous. Thank you, teacher. Yes, let's create some space. Let's create some space. There's a particular young man that is competing. I heard that he's full of chat. But let's see if he can back it, chat. I ain't calling no name. I ain't calling no name. All I'm going to say is that he has on a pant, a trousers, a breeches, whatever you want to call it. He has on what? I colorblind. But I know he has on a pant. Enough chat. I'm sorry I can't take part. I really sorry I can't take part. I would do 4 coconuts while you're all struggling. So I'm seeing 1, 2, 4. Do we have a fifth? Do we have a fifth participant? Let me start here. Good afternoon, ma'am. How are you doing? Can you kindly tell us your name and if you think you would win?
My name is Jennifer Clark and I'm from Zetland, so I will win.
You will? Well, let me see if anybody use compulsory language. You will. Yep. So we're going to take that. Okay. And because she's from Zetland, and Zetland is in where?
Gingerland.
Gingerland. Good afternoon, sir. What's your name and do you think you're going to win?
Ken. Yeah, I'm going to win. I'm the winner all the time.
You're going to win. You are the winner all the time. Yeah. But you ain't from Zetland?
No, cool.
But the lady says she's from Zetland, Gingerland. Okay. Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell us your name and do you think you're going to win?
Good afternoon, sir. Roger. I would like to tell you my name is Carl Manners and I want you to come in and get your share licks. I think I'm going to win.
You think you're going to win? You think? He sounds so confident, you know. Good afternoon, sir. How are you? Can you tell us your name and do you think you're going to win?
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Donald Tampy Thompson and I'm from Bat Village. Of course I'm going to win.
That's confidence. Wow. Okay, let me tell you the rules. Let me tell you the rules, please. I love the lady, you know. She says she must win at least one category, and that's the female section. I am going to bet my money on you that you shall win the female section. There's no doubt about that in my mind. And competitors, this is what you're going to do. You are not allowed, if you want to set the coconuts now, you can set them. But they ready? Okay. You are going to take up your coconuts after the count of 3. You are going to husk them out the fastest that you can. I won't be able to help you in this particular situation. So I'm sorry. If you come from the old school like me, I am sorry. When you take the coconut out of the outer shell, there are some brown hair-like things inside that we call fiber. You have to take them off as clean as possible. Participants, are you ready? After 3, 1, put down the coconut. That's what I said. I said after 3, you would start. Set your coconuts now in whatever position you want to set them. After 3, 1, 2, 3. The competition. Wow. Bakem is looking good. Carl is looking good. This is going to be tight. Oh, my Tampy is looking. Tampy, the crowd is for you, no? We are looking really good. I think Carl has completed 1. Kem say he has always 1, but Kem completed 1. Let's see what Carl is going to do. Oh, I think there's going to be a runoff between Carl and myself. Oh, Oh my, look at Carl. Carl is going helter-skelter. Carl is going good. The lady is looking good. As a female participant, she's leading. But everybody's looking good. But look at Carl. Look at Kim. Kim is coming back nicely. But look at Carl. Kim is coming back. And Carl has won. Carl has won hands down. Carl has won hands down. Hands down while the others struggle. I still have my money on Miss Clark for winning. She's going to win the female section. Kim is second. Tampi is third. And the female champion is fourth overall. Mr. Manners, good afternoon again. You really a man of your word. You're a man of your word. You did say that. Yes, you can take them. And how you feel? You back your chat.
Well, I mean, I've hucked coconuts all my life. So I just had to get in and try pick it up.
So you have hucked coconut all your life?
All my life.
I have also hucked coconut all my life. And by knowing you, you are older than I am. So that means because you have hucked coconut all the days of your life, and I have hucked coconut all the days of my life, you'd have beat me?
No, I'm telling you, there are 2 other coconuts left there. You should have come in.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Carl Manners. Let's give him a round of applause. You can go to Michelle. Good afternoon. How are you doing? How you enjoy the competition?
Fabulous.
And I must say congratulations. You came first in the female category.
I told you I would come first. I told you I would win.
And I believed you. And indeed, you won. Let's give all our participants a round of applause. All our participants a round of applause, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to a close of day 3. We ask you to join us here tomorrow. Carl, you may be careful, Mr. Manners. Cameraman, we're going to have the presentation of the ticket to Mr. Manners. And yes, you have won a ticket to the Calypso Show, I think it is, Calypso Show. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to a close. We want to thank all of you for coming out and enjoying the 3 of Poets in the Square. We want to thank NNC. We want to thank all of our online viewers. We've been getting some really nice reviews, and we thank all of you. We invite you back here tomorrow at 12 noon. We're going to have another edition, the 4th edition of Poets in the Square. So until then, my name is Roger Fifield, wishing you a wonderful day. May God bless you, and may God bless us all. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.